coming up on International Trade Focus. Get set for spectacular highlights from the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show Ghana, brought to you by the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority.
Hi there, thanks for tuning in to another edition of International Trade Focus. Today we are diving into an extraordinary event that's not only showcasing Ghana's rich artistic talent, but also putting the country on the global trade map. My name is Anaspio, I'm your host for International Trade Focus, and I'm thrilled to guide you through the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show organized by the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, GEPA. Stay tuned as we uncover how this event is opening new doors for international trade right from Ghana's doorsteps. A warm welcome back. On this week's edition of International Trade Focus, we'll be exploring a groundbreaking event that's blending artistry with international trade right here in Ghana. The Adinkra International Art and Crafts Show, brought to you by Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, is not just celebrating culture, but also provides a platform for economic growth. Join me as we discover how GEPA's dedication to supporting exporters has culminated in this remarkable showcase, bringing the world to Ghana in a whole new way. To begin, we'll feature speeches delivered by government officials and relevant stakeholders.
Nana, invited guests, permits me to extend a special welcome to all our exhibitors, especially the foreign exhibitors, buyers, and visitors who have made it to Ghana. We are proud that they have chosen to start this journey with us. We promise them that they are coming to Ghana and to the well-curated Papaye Recreational Village in Konkronu will not be in vain. And then Konkronu will not be described as a town near Aburi anymore, but it will be called Konkronu, and we will know where it is. The design and layout of the exhibition spaces have been carefully thought through, with 5 thematic zones to reflect the wide array of offerings in the craft sector and to provide our patrons and visitors to the show a spectrum of high-value craft items to choose from. We have the home decor stage, which displays authentic African handcrafted items for home decoration and other such uses, from artworks to ceramics. The giving stage offers diverse gift items, blending traditional crafts with contemporary accessories. The sustainability stage puts a spotlight on the eco-friendly products and those that place high value on recycling and sustainability solutions in the craft value chain. The inspiring stage will foster networking and showcase innovations by women and the youth. The International Pavilion hosts our foreign exhibitors to bring diversity to the Adinkra show and ensuring that patrons have a rich and enlightening experience throughout the 10 days of the show. I am also delighted to inform you that we have lined up a number of thought-provoking seminars on various topical issues in the craft sector, which are in the form of expert discussions, on-the-spot clinics for our exhibitors, as well as sessions by the buyers who come from various countries, such as Australia, Sweden, South Africa, the USA, and Mexico. We have brought the world to Konkronu.
I am honored to be here, and I'm also happy to be on the mountains. In these days of global warming and climate change, the best place you can get is either the Papaye Mountains or the Konkronu Mountains. Anamebwa, yes. As the Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, representing Minister Designate for Tourism, Art and Culture, MP Andrew Ejapa Mesa, I'm honored to witness the convergence of creativity, craftsmanship, and cultural exchange in this remarkable gathering. Team MOTAC, for those of you who do not know the meaning of MOTAC, Team Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, we acknowledge the importance, the value and relevance of this event, and that is why I am here with my team with all our support. The Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show, I am told, will serve as a beacon illuminating the path towards greater understanding and appreciation of the diverse artistic traditions that define us as a people. This event not only showcases the immense talents and ingenuity of artisans from different corners of the world, but also fosters dialogue and collaboration across cultures. One of the key ways in which this show promotes tourism is by providing a platform for visitors to immerse themselves in the vibrant colors, intricate designs, and unique techniques that characterize each culture's artistic expression. By experiencing firsthand the beauty and craftsmanship on display, tourists are inspired to explore the destinations from which these artworks originate, thereby stimulating travel and tourism. Moreover, the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show serves as a catalyst for economic growth, particularly in communities where artisanal skills are deeply rooted. By creating opportunities for artisans to showcase and sell their work, this event contributes to local livelihoods and sustains traditional crafts that might otherwise be at risk of disappearing. As tourists purchase authentic handicrafts, they not only support local economies, but also become ambassadors for culture preservation and heritage conservation. Nananom, the art and craft industry is a significant contributor to economies of many West African countries, including our dear country Ghana, by providing livelihoods for millions of people and generating substantial revenue. Artisanal craft in West Africa encompasses a wide range of traditional and contemporary practices, including pottery, weaving, carving, beadwork, textile production, and metalwork, amongst others. These crafts are often deeply rooted in cultural traditions and heritage, and they play a vital role in preserving cultural identities and promoting tourism in the region. While precise figures may not be readily available, it's important to recognize the economic importance of arts and craft sector in West Africa. In recent years, there has been growing recognition of economic potential of the art and craft sector in the sub-region, leading to initiatives aimed at supporting artisanal producers, improving market access, and promoting the value of traditional craftsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, organizations and agencies such as UNESCO and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, have been involved in efforts to promote and preserve traditional crafts in the region, and we are grateful to them for such esteemed support. Madam CEO, beyond the economic impact, this show plays a vital role in promoting art and culture on a global scale. By bringing together artists and artisans from diverse backgrounds, it fosters cross-cultural exchange and mutual appreciation, transcending linguistic and geographical barriers. Through workshops, demonstrations, and interactive exhibits, visitors have the opportunity to learn about different artistic traditions and gain a deeper understanding of cultural context from which they emerge. In essence, ladies and gentlemen, international arts and crafts shows such as this are more than just an exhibition. They are a celebration of human creativity, diversity, and unity. As we marvel at the exquisite works of art on display, let us also recognize the power of culture to connect us, inspire us, and enrich our lives. Let us embrace the spirit of collaboration and cooperation that defines this event and strive to build a world where art and culture serve as bridges to peace and understanding.
The Adinkra show, as I'm informed, is curated to be a celebration of Ghana's rich culture, heritage, and tapestry of Africa's artistic traditions. It holds great promise for the economic transformation, not only of the Ghanaian art and craft sector, but also of the African creative industry as a whole. As we embark on this journey, we must situate the significance of initiatives like the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show within the broader framework of our national development agenda. Guided by the visionary leadership of His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the government of Ghana continues to prioritize the creation of an enabling environment for industrial transformation and a sustainable ecosystem that is conducive for economic growth and job creation. More specifically, government's economic policies, among other things, are targeted at stimulating export development, entrepreneurship, facilitating business expansion, and harnessing the potential of Ghanaian youth in all spheres of our economic and social life. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the government strategies of building a prosperous country is to move towards competitiveness in exports and stronger competitiveness against imports on the domestic market. With this, the Ministry and Industry launched the National Export Development Strategy and empowered the Ghanaian Export Promotion Authority to lead its implementation. The overall objective of this National Export Strategy is to make sure that the non-traditional export sector is expanded, and this will help in boosting our manufacturing to make maximum contribution to GDP growth, job creation, and national development to enable increased standards of living and prosperity for all. One of the major subsectors of the non-traditional export sector is the handicraft subsector. In the year 2022, the annual non-traditional export statistics report, GEPA announced a significant 6% increase in the non-traditional export earnings in excess of $3.5 billion. This remarkable growth has been facilitated by various interventions under the National Export Development Strategy and the tireless efforts of our distinguished exporters. Indeed, the contribution of the industrial arts and crafts subsector is increasingly a non-traditional export, and related economic growth of Ghana cannot be overstated. Export of handicraft increased from $45 million in 2021 to $81 million in 2022, representing about 55% increase, which is very significant. Therefore, by providing such an important platform for our artisans and entrepreneurs, the Adinkra show not only celebrates our cultural heritage and amplifies their voices in the global stage, it also serves as an illustrative example of the immense potential our creative industries hold for economic development. The Adinkra show offers opportunities for market diversification and export expansion in the sense that high patronage of the show, particularly by the international buyers, will stimulate the sector's growth through orders that will be placed by these importers. I am of the firm conviction that this show will result in the business deals our artisans and also put them on the global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm equally happy to note that seminars on various topics of significance for the creative arts sector have been planned to be held on the sidelines of this event. These seminars are quite necessary since they have the potential of adding knowledge to the sector players, particularly the artisans and exporters. I would therefore urge exhibitors and visitors to the show to participate fully in these additional activities. This inaugural Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show will set us on the transformative path to presenting African arts and culture crafts to a global audience. Our collective success will be gauged by our dedication to maintaining this platform and guaranteeing its inclusion in our trade promotion schedule for the long run. I employ all stakeholders to unite in fostering the vision of Adinkra, perceiving this occasion not as a singular spectacle, but as an enduring strategy for economic advancement. As we welcome visitors from across Africa and beyond, let us extend the enviable Ghanaian hospitality to them to ensure repeat visits. Through our collective efforts, we have an opportunity to cement Ghana's position as a global hub for innovative arts and crafts. Nananom, distinguished guests, captains of industry, friends of the media, on this note, by the powers endowed on me by the Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry, I congratulate GEPA, led by hard-working Osafuhini Dr. Afua Sabia I and his staff on a good work done. And it is now my singular honor to declare this maiden International Arts and Crafts Show Ghana officially opened. Thank you.
Mr. Samuel Daintu is the Deputy CEO of Ghana Exports Promotion Authority. We've cornered him to talk to us a little bit about the International Art and Crafts Show, its impact for Ghana's economy and the impacts for artisans as well. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us what inspired the International Arts and Crafts Show.
The mandate of Ghana Export Promotion Authority is to promote made in Ghana products and services, including the industrial arts and crafts space. What inspired this is that before, recent years, a lot of buyers used to come to Ghana to negotiate for other businesses who play within the space, the the art and crafts space. It's a sector that actually employs a lot of the youth, but little attention is paid to it. Now, the inspiration comes from the fact that as Ghana, we need to promote more trade, and we need to achieve our targets of the National Export Development Strategy, which, as you may know, is 25.3 billion by 2029. Now we are touching every sector of it, including agribusiness, manufactured, and so industrial art and craft is one of it. And if you might know, the industrial art and craft space, or the global market, is about, as at 2020, is about $20 billion US. By 2030, it should be about 20 or 30 billion US dollars. Now Ghana must take its bet out of it, and so you cannot sit doing nothing and it will come to you. So we decided to do this, to bring international buyers to the show so that they will see what the Ghanaian arts and crafts players are doing, and then have conversations and hopefully make big orders, container loads of orders. I mean, so here you want people to come through to have retail conversations, wholesale conversations, but the real target is that we want to bring the international buyers. So that is what inspired this show, and we are believing that as we have struck the chord for the maiden one, it will keep growing and growing and growing, so that we will claim back what we used to have within the global markets.
Going around the booths, you've done an amazing job with the creativity in the setting up of the booths. This is not something that we typically see when we are doing exhibitions and fairs of this nature. First of all, how was the selection process like? How were you able to put together an array of different artisans or artists from different backgrounds? We can see some paintings, we can see some beadwork and so on and so forth. How were you able to put this group together, and also what kind of impact is it going to have on the people involved?
Yeah. GEPA, by itself, we have a database of people within the industry. So per architecture, we have the art and craft as part of 2 others or 3 others. And so we have a database of art and craft. And if you know, the art and crafts are in various associations, in various places. So how we selected them is based on the database that we have, and we know everything that everybody does and what attracts international attention. So yes, if you went round, you see a bit of everything, and then because we also go for such fairs, around the world, we know what will be of interest to businesses who deal within the art and craft space. So we are believing that if we continue to do this, more of the youth especially and women would be interested in getting into the space. I've already told you how big the global market is, and if you are intentional about it, you realize that you would use this as a launching pad to create more jobs for the youth, which happens to be one of our biggest issues as an economy. And so yes, this is the maiden one, and we hope to even get it better as we go, because like you heard at the opening, it's going to be a biennial show, and so we are hoping that when people come here, they are going to be attracted, and you will see that most of the exhibitors really are open and embracing, and so we are going to use this to ensure that we get more of the youth who are on the street doing nothing to get into the space. Yeah.
To get into the art and craft space. And finally, you mentioned that a part of the objective of this show is to attract international investors or international buyers. Into our economy. And I know that there was a registration process for the show. Mm-hmm. According to the registration process, how has the international participation been, especially for the maiden edition?
If you look at this lane, all this lane are for the international participation. I think so far we have recorded about 6 to 8 international participants coming from around us, and we are hoping that beyond the maiden one, when you do it again, you're going to bring a lot more people. There's a show just across our neighbors, Siao. There's one called Siab in Côte d'Ivoire. Siao is in Burkina. And when you go there, it is not even as beautiful as this, but then you realize that a lot of people within the sub-region attend. That is the aim. The beginning of everything starts slowly, right? And so we are believing that by the time we do this again and again and again, there would even be more space for the international participants. For the international buyers, and they will start coming tomorrow because we're intentional about it. We went after them to come and see what Ghana is doing so that they can have conversations with the producers and then they would have business with them. What happens with things like this is that it might not happen immediately, but I mean, with time, when they come and you have conversations with them, before long you know that, I mean, the next year or the next month or the next 2 months, you are having container loads of orders, and that's what our objective is actually.
You said a slow start. If this is a slow start, then we are only looking forward to when it picks up, because you and your team, Madam Asabia and yourself and the team, you've done a phenomenal job. I'm so impressed with what I've seen here. So you've done a phenomenal job, and thank you so much for joining us. We had the pleasure of speaking with exhibitors at the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show, and their excitement was palpable. These exhibitors shared how the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show will serve as a global platform, spotlighting their products to audiences worldwide. Now, this underscores the event's significance of fostering international trade and opening new avenues for these artisans to reach global markets. Take a look.
Art pieces. Already framed handmade art pieces. So you get opportunity when you come to buy from us. Every piece of ours tells you a story about Ghana. We have some that tells you about our slave trade place, which is in Elmina. You have some that tells you about our transport system, and then we have some that tells you about women empowerment as well. I hope this fair will bring new ideas for me first, and then it will help me also meet new customers, both local and then international. That will help my business grow and then expand well with time and then with moments, as I work with GEPA as well.
So basically what we do is use our local clays to produce this beautiful, antique-looking, contemporary vases for our homes. Our brand is such that we want to introduce luxury to people's homes, hence our products. So anytime you visit H-Stone, expect those beautiful pots from us. Yeah, I want people to have a different perception about pots. You know, locally when we talk about pots, people think it's just one of those ones on the streets where nothing can be added to it. But the pot has more features than we think. I mean, look around, we have different designs out of the same pots that we designed. So I want, first of all, people to appreciate the pots that we make out of the clay here in Ghana. And two, for people to also appreciate luxury with these same pots in their homes. So basically, that is what we expect people to do. And to buy more for their homes, yes.
Obviously. So GEPA mentions that one of the goals of this show is to attract international buyers. Are you expecting to attract international buyers? First of all, are you already on the international market, or you are expecting that through this fair you'd probably also be on there?
Yes, we are expecting to move into the international markets through this fair. I think it's about time our Ghanaian products move out of this country, and our brand is ready to do that.
I make dolls, girl and boy dolls, and then African animal dolls, stuffed animals, like the monkey that you find in Africa, rhino, elephants. But then you see that we have dinosaurs, and people want them, so they request, and then we make.
Do you export some of what you do onto the international market?
Not directly, but all people who buy from me always send it outside, so it's also a form of exporting. But then I'm also hoping that by participating in this exhibition, I'll get international buyers, and I will export directly to them.
Salat Gallery is a gallery that represents contemporary Ghanaian artists, where we try to, our main focus is to tell the African story to the world through art. So basically what we do, we run services like commissions, artist negotiation, contracts management and artist management. And also we represent artists both locally and internationally. We started 2019. So it's been 5 years, almost 5 years. The Art Gallery has partnered with a couple of galleries in Europe, London, and we've had a couple of exhibitions outside. Looking at our aim, we are looking forward to meeting international buyers, since we are telling the African story through art to the international community. So our aim is to meet the international buyers and have our artists sent there and have the exposure they need in the international community.
Right, I'm in the company of this talented, beautiful young lady. I want to find out what she does and what she's expecting from the International Art and Crafts Show. Please tell us your name.
My name is Alberta Akofa Amedo. My brand is Albi Strings. I do string arts. It's a combination of strings, different types of strings, and nails. So that's what I do. So I do from abstract designs to portraits and, all images. So if you have a picture that you want converted into string art, I could do that. Yeah.
At the end of the show, what are you expecting to gain from it?
Okay, so I wanted the exposure. This will be my very first exhibition, so I'm quite excited about it. And I'm very much aware that there are international buyers coming here. So I'm hoping to network well, to get some good deals from this. Yes.
Okay, I think we are done.
Okay.
So it was simple, right? Thank you.
Moira. We are into the production of weaving, using weaving, that's not making, in textiles. So using that textiles, we produce bags. The bags, out of it comes out with earrings, we do slippers, so we do customizations as well. So if you want us to customize something for you, for a friend, for a loved one, you just contact us. We produce unique items, durable items. So in a short form, we produce bespoke, as the brand name is, bespoke macrame products. We use a material named polypropylene cords, and these are cords that are made from plastics, ceramics, so it's recycling that they use in producing these materials. So if you look at it in the long term, it's eco-friendly. So exactly. So the fact that we can reuse something like that, it's really amazing. The environment is protected. Your plastic you throw around, they put all together to produce the materials called the polypropylene. It's a lot of cords. The dry lines we use, it's made from these cords, but it's called polymer. So these polymer, we have different types of it. So one of this is what we use for these products. Creativity is at its peak here. So everybody out there should come. Ghana Yawadioye. They should all climb up the mountain. We are looking at telling the world through Ghana that we've got amazing products here. So we should be proud that these programs are ongoing, and also to get that net working and let the international world also know that the products here are amazing.
My kind of artwork is called pyrography painting. Pyrography is basically using fire to create a piece of work on leather, on wood, any suitable surface that can give you the results that you are looking for. And then the other one that I did, which is called Lichtenberg, is using high voltage of electric current to produce fractal images over a surface. This phenomenon was used by scientists to study how light travels. And as an artist, I just borrowed the technique and I've added it into my pieces to create, a meaning for myself, and then to give myself a kind of form of signature as an artist. So I use this in my paintings and in my works to communicate, to the audience about our feelings, to communicate about our the society, to communicate about our roots, to talk about life, because it looks more or less like the root of a tree, and then the root of a tree is what gives the tree life. So I use this to talk about different things in my art pieces, depending on the pieces that I'm doing.
So are you saying that these art pieces are unique to you?
Of course, these art pieces are unique. They have been in existence, from prehistoric era, but I'm shaping it in a different way as a contemporary artist. So this is what I'm doing now to bring the uniqueness in the arts, environment and the art society. So this is a new form of art that I've come up with that people are, yearning to have more feel of it, and then I think it's doing well, and people are getting to know more about pyrography painting than all the traditional paintings that we have known over the years.
Okay. So a show like Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show, what are your expectations for it now that you've exhibited your wares here? What are you expecting to gain at the end of the day?
I'm expecting, first of all, to get the exposure. As artists, we need exposure for our works to go out there. So I'm expecting to get exposed. That, I think, is the main reason why this show is put together for all of the artists that are here. I mean, from craftsmen to artists to, people who are doing stuff in other sectors. They are all looking forward to be exposed. So I think, for me, I need that exposure as an artist to grow. And so Adinkra is giving me that opportunity to put myself out there as an artist and all the other artists that are representing here today. And I think it's a good thing Adinkra is doing to help us through the Ghana Export Promotion and all their team members.
And there you have it, highlights of the Adinkra International Arts and Crafts Show organized by the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. The maiden edition was nothing short of spectacular. News and events comes up shortly. Don't go away. I believe you've enjoyed this week's edition of International Trade Focus as much as we have. Join us same time next week for some more on international trade-related activities here in Ghana and beyond. My name is Anaspio. Bye-bye.